Saeed, if I have time at the end of the session, I will try to do it for you. But I'm not sure, we're running a little bit late here. So the next pair that we're going to do is the pound yen, and we're going to do the, yes, Stephen, I will do that. Okay. Now remember, I was just telling you that the pound is extremely weak against the dollar, and we need to be selling the pound dollar. And I also mentioned to you that the situation with the Japanese yen, and that how the Japanese government is going to be intervening. So just keep this in mind. So we have a weak currency in the pound, okay, and on the other side we have a strong currency. The yen is strong. It's at the all-time historical high against the pound, against the dollar. It's 3 yen away from its all-time historical low. I mean, this is how strong the yen is versus the US dollar, and it's the same by the same token versus the pound. So that is this. So that kind of strength, guys, that you have in the yen is like a rubber band. There is something called price elasticity. Price elasticity, and this means that the yen has been stretched to a great extent, and once there is selling that's going to come into the yen, that price is going to snap back, because it always returns to the mean. It will always come back to the center point, and that elasticity, that snapback, is exactly like the rubber band. It will be fast and swift. It will move fast and quick. Okay? And that here now, we have to keep that in the back of our minds when we're looking at the pound yen and the euro yen. So looking at our radar screen from last week, we were going to go short. Our short point was the 135.76, and our short point is also, or was also, our structure point. So we expected short, big, swift capitulation to the downside. Now if you look at our chart, there is your 135.76, and here is when we had the break on the 10th of August. And look at the move from 135.76. Within 2 days it took you all the way down to 135.70. You had about 300 pips decline in the span of 24 hours. And that's what you want from a break of a structure point and a break of a significant point. Now for the last 2 days, the pound has held, and now this means that there is some buying coming into the pound and there is some selling into the yen, which is confirmed by what we have seen in the dollar yen. But looking at this, I am still, my bias is still to the downside into the yen. But if you look here, guys, this is again a nice, another, oh, come on, you can see here, even though this is a below the structure point, it is a selling point. But if you look at this chart, guys, what we have there is a minor buy signal. We do have a buy signal over here. This here is actually, even though we're below the structure, this is a buy signal. And the buy signal is 134.17. 134.17. Okay, and we closed above the 134. We closed at 134.39. So we now can technically go long right now the pound yen, and I have an 18 pip stop right there. I mean, my stop is going to be like 18 pips from what, let's say this is 40, 134.40, So my stop is 22 pips on the pound yen. So right now, and the reason I'm saying that is because also we are having this move that we see in the dollar and into the dollar yen, and so I can initially go long here and place my stop below the 134.18, and the 134.18 will also be what? Will also be my sell signal. Because if it comes below the 134.18, that baby should capitulate and resume its downward trend. So, going to the radar screen, let's put these price points quickly in. My short point now is going to be the 134. And you see, guys, when you do your work based on price behavior, there is a common sense reason and a clear point that you see on the chart that I can explain to you, I can share with you, and you can use. Okay, there is no ambiguity when this turns around, or when I get divergence, or when I get conversions, or this is wave 3 and this is wave 4 and this is ABC of wave 6, or all that stuff. This is all analysis work that doesn't pay. When you have clear points like this, there is no ambiguity, there is clarity, and you have the confidence to find out. If I tell you buy it above or go short below 134.18, and you go short and then it comes back above 134.18, you have no reason any longer to go short. You don't have to wait for something to turn around or something to give you diversions or conversions. Yes, Joe, let me finish this and I'll answer your question. When I finish, I always say, anybody has a question, I'm going to... Okay, so type it and get ready and I'll answer it after I'm done. Okay, so this is my short point. Okay, and this is also my long stop. So if I'm going to go long anywhere, I want my stop to be below 134.18. Okay, let's see now where we're going to buy. And if you look at the intraday chart, this is a pretty chart. This is a beautiful chart. Just look at it. You got your downward move, you got your failure, and now you have your structure, both structural points. That tells us you got the structure point twice. So worst case scenario, it closed at 134.40, you got the tip of the structure is 134.80, so your buying point is 134.80. That's the beauty of structure. I mean, that's what... So my buying point is 134.80, and as I said, I'm going to put my stop at 134.18. That is my selling point, and my structure long in this case is the 135.76, and my structural short in this case is going to be, let me see the structural short. Still my structural short is the 132.02. So we're going to leave the structural short as is, as the 132.02. Alright. Short stop 130. Okay, I'm going to do my short stop. My short stop is the 134.18 also. 134.18. Okay, that's the... Okay, so come on. Alright, 1 second, guys. So let me wrap it up. I'm going to answer your question. Don't worry, Nigel. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. The pound yen, we're going to go long above 134.80, and we're going to place our stop at 134.18. I'm going to go up, buy it at 80 and place my stop 134.18. I will go short below 134.18 and I'm going to place my stop right above the 134.18 because I do not want it to get back above the 134.18 because that is a buy signal. That price point is a buy signal. My structure long is the 135.76, which has paid us handsomely from last week, and my structure short is the 132.20. Alright, okay, so now let me record.